everyone, Andrew here for ABELI Reviews, and today we are covering NPC crews and exactly what that means and how you can use them. So without further ado, let's go ahead, get into our ship. What you're going to want to do is go to your starport services. So we're going to do that here. Once you're in your starport services space, you're going to go to crew lounge. So you can see here I have the crew lounge hovered, and we're going to go into click that now. So for anybody that's not aware, an NPC crew is essentially a non-playable character. So those are AI controlled, right? The game's controlling them. It's not a real person. It is an AI character. So NPC pilots can be hired as a crew to operate remotely piloted ship-launched fighters. They can also pilot your ship when you're in a ship-launched fighter. We'll cover what that is and how that works very shortly, but I think I just wanted to get that sort of a heads up. You can hire them at any station, so we're at a station right now. Each pilot has an initial hiring cost, and this is the key part here, so I do think this is important. You see this initial cost for this rank of harmless, they're 15,000 credits, mostly harmless, 30,000 credits, right? Those are all normal. You get to novice, 55,000 credits, competent, 90,000 credits, then of course, expert for 150,000 credits. But that is not the only thing they also get. They are also paid a share of all of your profits during their employment, both of which are based upon your combat rank. The profit share includes all profits from commodity trades, selling exploration data, completing missions, redeeming bounty, and combat vouchers. So you can see that when we hover over this gentleman here, Bert Buckley. He has a rank of expert, but his profit share is 12%. So it's not only that initial upfront cost, but there is also a cost to be paid for any member that is a member of your crew. You can see here, same deal. Lower their rank, lower their profit share, but as they rank up, their profit share will increase as well. So you can see here, I have Simara Justice. She is on her way into Dangerous. And that means most likely her profit share will also increase. And then from there, you can see a little bit about her, which I think is really cool. This helps you kind of choose your co-pilot, if you will. So I have her rank and all those pieces. Then you can see what I've currently paid her, which is just over 500 million credits. She is now the rank of master, which is fantastic. And she now gets a profit share of 13%. So, aside from those kinds of pieces, I also want to hit on a few other things that they get as well. In addition, NPC pilots do take a share of your combat rank experience that is earned from each kill they score. So essentially, every time you shoot an enemy, they shoot an enemy, whatever it is, and you kill them, you are essentially splitting some of your rank with them. Not the end of the world, but definitely something to keep in mind. So, that's how you do those pieces. What you want to do if you do want to have one of these co-pilots, because I do think there is a benefit. Of course, there is a cost, so keep that in mind. There are some requirements. We'll get to those as well. But what you would do is you would select the pilot you're interested in, then you would click Hire Pilot, and they would then be on your team. And they would show up over here in the crew slot, but that does not mean they're always with you. The other piece, though, to remember, even though they're inactive, they are still taking a cut of your wages. If they're not with you when you're getting kills, they're not going to take a cut of that, but they will take a cut of your wages because they're part of your crew. You wouldn't want to stiff your crew, right? At least that's the intention, I think. What we want to do is, if the ship you own has any extra seats, you can toss one of these members of your crew in. So what you don't want to do is buy or pay for a pilot to then have them not be able to fit in your ship. That is just costing you pure money with no benefits. You can also see here I set them active and I can terminate their contract. It's not permanent. We can definitely cancel the contract at any time and they will stop taking money from me. I'm going to go ahead and set them as active, and now Simara is with me. I have that one spot open on my ship here. So what can I do with her? Well, I did sort of touch on that a little bit, but sort of the key pieces is she can hop in my ship-boarded fighters, and she can either control one or I can control one. So let's go ahead and kind of talk a little bit about what that is. We're going to auto launch now. We'll head out and do a little practice run with her. While that's sort of happening, You can have up to 3 hired at a time, but you can still really only have that one. So I'm not quite sure the benefits of having more than one crew member, but you know, whatever, do use. If you really want to, you know, bring people on for the crew because you're just making all that money, feel free. Really appreciate it. But yeah, in any case, once we leave this station, we're gonna practice a little bit. What we'll first do is send her out into the black, and then we can control her ship from there, and we'll kind of go through what that means. We won't go through every single piece because I'm not really interested in starting a fight while we're here. But let's go ahead and boost away, get away from the station, and we'll have some fun out here. Alrighty, let's go ahead and continue out. Once we get past mass lock, I think we'll be good. While that's happening, perfect. So we'll slow down for a second. You look down at your panel here, you can see your ship, you can see information about you, but if you go down to the fighter bay, and that's one of the other pieces, you do need to have a fighter bay installed on your ship. Once we get out of the no fire zone, let's keep going. There we go, no fire zone exit. Sorry, I missed that. Alright, now we can slow down. You go here and you select deploy. Now there is a little bit of information here. If you're curious, you can choose the types of ships that you have. We'll come back to that in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and click deploy, and this is where I can either choose to hop in the ship and then she will control my ship, or I can send her out to control one of the fighters. Let's go ahead and do that now. So she's going to pop out. You can hear her talking and typing up at the top. She's going to pop out. We can see her on our radar here, and then there she goes. So she is not just going to go out and do whatever. We still have control over this because we are the captain. We could, of course, call her in, or we go to options, and we can switch right on the fly. I can pop into that ship, or she can pop into this, so we don't have to send another ship out. Additionally, we have some orders for her. We can choose to attack at will, defend, so let's go through these. Attack at will, well, she'll basically go after any hostiles in range. So if there's anybody that we're fighting and we're in a combat zone, we just want to let her go wild, you choose attack at will. Defend. She will only attack if the mothership or the fighter is attacked. So if somebody comes after us, then she will kind of go in. So if you're in like pirate space, then she's very helpful. Maintain formation is she's just going to fly with you and will ignore any attack. She's just going to stay right there, locked in, and we're going to roll together. Engage target. This is the one I use the absolute most. Basically, anybody I'm attacking, she's also going to attack. And if I've targeted a specific part of their ship, she's also going to do that. And then finally, remain in position. Just stand there, do your thing. Don't go any further. So if we say maintain formation, she is going to acknowledge it. And then if we sort of switch to our third person views here, let's look off to the side. There she is, sitting right there, really small. I'll get close to her so you can see her. And no matter what we do, she is going to follow us. And we can see her right over here in this little ship. And there we are. Now, if we decide to turn, boost away, you'll notice we're going to zoom away here, and then she will start to catch up. Switch her view, and there she goes right there. And right now, right back in formation, just like we were. Pretty cool, right? So that is sort of a brief overview of some of those pieces. The next thing is, let's say I want to be in the ship, and I want her to follow me. So I'm going to go ahead and switch. We are now going to end up in that little fighter. You can see us here now. We're right here, and now she is going to maintain formation. Now she's in the big ship, and we are in the little ship. And that's actually really cool, because we can now sort of see just how big of our ship is. Now if we stop and slow down, we go down here, and we go to options, we can then tell her to hold position. So let's say hold position.
Holding. I'll stay
Perfect.
put, Commander.
Now let's sort of maneuver around, and we can get super duper close, and you can see here she is not going to move at all. We'll even go a little close to it. As we get closer, you can see here, no problems at all. And of course, she'll then also attack and do all of the good stuff that we would expect to have happen. And zip a little close. Take a peek in there. Look at that. Stop right here. Let's see if we can turn our lights on, just for fun, since we're sitting here talking. That is actually us in that ship, so we must be controlling this one remotely, but it's still really cool. And you can see she's actually remote as well. That's why we don't see her in any of those pieces. Or that is supposed to be a facsimile of her. You know, it's always kind of hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure that's us. That looks like our suit of armor and all those things. But in any case, I hope this was helpful. If you're not familiar, if you have any other questions, please just, you know, let us know in the comments below. Oh, finally, yeah, you can swap back too. Boom. So there she goes, zipping away. If you want to, you can call her back in. You can say, all right, recall, get in here. But overall, that is the NPC crew and covers a lot of the pieces they have. They can actually be very, very useful. I find when I'm out sort of doing fights and battles and stuff along those lines, it's really nice to have that sort of extra co-pilot, even just to take a little bit of the heat off or stay on constant strikes as I continue to maneuver around. So for me, the percentage that we lose is worth it. That is a decision that each commander has to make on their own. Either way, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you have any questions, drop in the comments. Otherwise, we will see you in the next one. Take care.